Can ChatGPT help me build the survey platform of my dreams? Final update, y'all, because spoiler alert, the answer is absolutely yes. I've made a lot of progress over the past week, and I feel confident definitively saying, yeah, I can build this thing with AI. So it's no longer like an if question. The answer is yes. So I'm gonna give you an update on what I've been up to over the past week in terms of progress on Bisque, and we are just gonna pivot this into a new series called Building Bisque. Some pretty exciting things have happened over the past 2 weeks. I've had probably about like 3 full days to work on Bisque, which has been really exciting. And I also had the opportunity to meet with 2 fabulous software engineers who gave me some really great advice. The first thing that happened, which was totally game-changing, life-changing if you are building your own thing, highly recommend that you make this shift if you haven't already. And it is, I switched from like using my like hacked together little coding system with like typing in my ChatGPT chat box and like copying and pasting things over into BB Edit, a code editor I've had since I was in grad school. I have switched to using Visual Code Studio, and like I hype them up, like love it, game changing. A software engineer I met at a networking event recommended it, and oh my god, what was I doing before? So Visual Code Studio, what I love about it is all of my code is like so organized. It has like folders. It's just, oh my god, it just makes me like laugh at what I was doing with like my desktop system before. Really easy to keep track of changes. It hooks up to my GitHub so I can just like commit things. I just feel so fancy saying that. Mark what's changed in each thing, and best of all, it has the Copilot integration. GitHub Copilot is AI that is like specifically designed for coding, and I love it. It's been amazing. My favorite thing is that it doesn't rewrite my entire code every time I ask it to like make a tweak, or when something doesn't work. It actually just makes like targeted updates, and it highlights changes. So if it adds something, it gets highlighted in green. If it deletes something, it's in red. It just makes it really easy for me to go through my code and see what changed. It still gives me that like explanation that ChatGPT did of like why it's doing certain things, but I just love like the more targeted updates. I don't know if anyone else has tried coding with ChatGPT, but sometimes you'll like need to fix one tiny thing, and it just like auto generates completely different code, whole new approach to what you're working on. And I'm like, why? It takes so long to get back to things. I've loved this. It's just been a game changer. It has allowed me to build much more quickly. I am really very excited about it. I can't tell. The second thing I learned, courtesy of a software engineer, dear friend of mine, is that I spent this whole day and I was like, I'm so excited because I've totally like built out the back end of my platform. So now like I have a front end and a back end, and like go me. And I was walking her through my code and everything, and she's like, girlfriend, you do not have a backend. Like, you have a database that you are using as a backend. Like, that's not actually a backend. Like, a backend is actually this like separate server that like you should run certain things on. And I was just like, I see, like I see why being an expert software engineer would make this process smoother, and I see how you can go awry if you are not an expert. And also like just grateful for friends to help keep me on track. So I was using Supabase as like the database to like house people's survey drafts and things like that, which I can still do, but now things pass through a backend. That'll allow the platform to scale, and it's just like a better practice. And just like, thank you, Lorena, for pointing that out to me. I appreciate you very much. So I now have a front end, a back end, a storage database, and Bisque is looking like really good. I'm super excited to dive in and show you all what it looks like as of today, Wednesday, June 11th. So thanks to the Visual Code Studio situation, I feel like my progress has just like really ramped up. I am so excited to show you what Bisque looks like. Starting with, you can actually log in now so you can save your progress, which is super exciting. You can sign up, you can log in. Come on, pumped about that. So when you log in, you go directly to your dashboard. It has a list of your surveys. It has folders that you can organize them into either by like dragging and dropping or by right-clicking. Love this. Super excited about this. Again, simple, clean. Yay. I get so like nervous and excited making these. So if you want to make a new survey, this part is not fully functional yet, but I just want to show you everything's been going on. So like, let's dive in. If you want to click a new survey, you click new survey and you have two options. You can start from scratch and that will take you into the survey question builder, or you can click share my draft questions. If you opt to share your draft questions, you can copy and paste a survey that you have in like a Word doc or a notes app on your phone or Google Docs, wherever, and you can paste it in here. It's rich text formatted. You could upload a PDF or a Word doc if you wanted. Click build my survey. This is the part that like doesn't work perfectly yet, so maybe we'll come back to it later, but click build my survey and it will auto-populate the survey builder with your survey questions. This is a feature I am really excited about. To be totally honest with you, it was not on my original feature list. I think I've just been so used to like having to copy and paste my surveys over from Google Docs that like I didn't even think to like innovate that. And I was looking at a lot of I've been looking at a ton of survey platforms to like see what their AI looks like, to just kind of like see how the competition stacks up. And I was noticing a lot of people allowing people to upload surveys. And I'm like, wow, like why don't legacy platforms do that? Like that would actually save so much time. It's so annoying to have to copy and paste. Not to mention the user error that introduces, like you could miss italics, or you could miss bolding something, or you could miss an answer choice. So you'll be able to directly import your surveys. I'm using AI to parse surveys so it can detect instructions and scales, answer choices versus questions, and I'm really excited about it. The AI part of the parsing is working really well. The converting it into question cards is like on my to-do list as something I need to fix. So for now, we're just going to go into one of my test surveys. So you might notice a few little other changes up here. At the top, we now have these tabs. Build is the main tab. This is your survey builder where you will put it all together. When you click collect, this will default show you responses that have come in. So the responses you have collected for your survey. There will also be like toggles on the side to like send out your survey. And this will also be where you download your data. Not built out yet, but just wanted to show you. There is also the makeover tab. I'm not convinced I'm going to leave it as a tab, but one of my big like to-dos over the past week has been testing my AI. So I wanted to build out this tab. Right now, what the makeover tab does is you can paste in your survey questions and it will provide feedback on them based on my fine-tuned algorithm. And again, the algorithm is not perfect yet, but it does a pretty good job parsing things out. Let me show you just like we'll just do a quick example right now. Say our first question is, how satisfied are you with our service? I would never ask this, but like, let's do it. Very satisfied, neutral, not satisfied. Then let's say, would you want to work with us? Again, I just want to show you the interface here. Yes, no. I'm not sure. Then you click review my questions. Like, will this work? I don't know. I haven't tested it again today. Yes. Okay. So it pops up with just like this interface, Kirsten says interface, and it reviews your questions. And like, actually, this is like not bad, like not planned, pretty impressed. This is something I would say falls into the trap of asking about satisfaction. It's like I'm like hyped up on caffeine and I'm not on any drugs or caffeine. I'm just really excited. It's basically telling you that you need to be more specific about satisfaction. Amazing. Then it says this question is like pretty good. And do you need a screener? Actually, honestly, wow, AI, like not bad. So cool. I just wanted to test out this AI feature. I'm like actually so proud. Watch me like do a screen grab of this as I'm filming this for my YouTube because like, oh my God, it did pretty good. I'm shocked. I am shocked. I wasn't expecting this. Oh, okay. It's the little things, y'all. It's the little things. Wow, not too shabby. Anyways, ultimately, this will overlay with the build tab. So it will give you automated feedback on your survey questions to help you improve them. But I just kind of wanted to test out the algorithm, needed a place to test it out, so added the makeover tab for now. Okay, you can still, edit the name and things like that. Draft. Now I've also built out the other like survey planning tabs you'll see. They're not fully functional yet, but let me give you a quick overview. Draft, you're drafting, you're here now. When you click on flow, the survey flow will basically take you through your survey logic. We're going to talk more about this in a second, but in a lot of editors, you have to like edit your survey flow if you want to do like branching logic and send people down different paths on a different tab. This actually is not editable. It's just going to show you like everyone answers question 1, and then based on their answer, some people go down this path, and it's just kind of like a high level overview of your logic, so you can easily check to make sure people are being routed the proper way. When you click preview, you will see a preview of your questions. This is actually moderately working right now. This isn't necessarily displayed how I want them to be displayed now, but you will be able to preview your questions on the preview tab, test them out, make sure they look how you want before you send out your survey. So cool. Now, a few things that are new since you last saw this interface. I have the embedded data block. This automatically goes at the top. It's minimized. You can click to expand it. And here is basically where you want to store data on the people who are taking your survey. If you want to be able to like pipe their name into an answer or have like a role, such as like, here's questions for leadership versus like, here are questions for participants, or here are questions for teachers, here are questions for principals, whatever it is, you can store these things, add them all up here in your embedded data so you can use them later. I think this is something, again, that just gets like missed because it's hard to find in existing platforms. So it is really exciting to just like have it right up top. Everyone will be thinking about it because they'll be able to see it. Then I have tweaked just the like user interface, how it looks of the survey blocks a little bit, and started to build out the logic functionality. So remember, I'm just really prioritizing logic you can see. So here by default, you can show this block to everyone, and then you get a show this block only if, and you can add your logic conditions and you can group logic conditions. So you'll be able to say like, if all of these things are true and these other things are true, or if any of these things are true, or if none of these things are true, just trying to make logic less complicated for people. And if you have saved some logic anywhere, up here at the block level, here at the question level, or down here, you'll see a little pencil to edit it. If so you set it and you want to change it, you'll have the option to go back and edit it. What's cool, I think, about having like block, question, and answer choice level logic is that it eliminates the need for a more traditional survey flow page, because you can actually change navigation in line right here. If you want to send people down particular routes, show this block to particular people does that. So excited about this. I've also just changed the interface here to be just like a little bit cleaner. There's not as many boxes. You can type your question, you can format your question. You can also like check if you want to allow a text response, if you want to make an answer exclusive, meaning if they click that, they can't click anything else, you'll be able to do that. That button doesn't seem to be working at the moment, but it will. It'll work when it goes live. And you can also carry forward answer choices that will be built out. I've updated the export labels so that it's something you'll actually click, and then you will, sorry, my internet's glitching because it's storming outside. You can type in how you want to save the question name. You can type in how you want the answer choices to export. I think this is really important. I'm cleaning a couple just like super messy data sets right now, and it's frustrating. So I think being able to do that right in here is exciting. Still like same features, request response, force response, copy, delete, add, the numbering still works. I've actually built out all the question types now. They don't look exactly how I want them to look, so I don't really want to show them to you right now, but drafts of all of them are built out, which is super exciting. And I think that's it for now. So on my to-dos are, to keep working on the importing of your questions into the builder, to like continue building out the logic, and to finalize all these question cards so that they look how I want them to in the builder, and so that they also look how I want them to in the preview. Because you can see here, like, this is not how those questions should preview, and the numbers aren't rendering right. So like, that's a problem, and it can be solved. So this is it. This is Bisque, save draft. It also auto saves every 1 minute. I'm torn over whether I should make it save more quickly. So if you have opinions, weigh in. But yeah, you have your things saved, and yeah, this is it. This is Bisque doing the damn thing. Let's fucking go. Hope you enjoyed that little update. I am so pumped. I can't wait to give the next update. But alas, even though I am my own boss, I do have a full-time job, and it's gonna be a few days before I have time to like really sit down and dig into the next steps. So I think maybe like weekly updates instead of being like, here's what I did in a day, because sometimes it takes a few days to figure things out. But yeah, super excited. Thanks for being here, and go Bisque.